Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
I now need Raymond Eugene Baldridge to start audio and video as I'm calling your case next. We are on the record in GW 2026 TR 123, State of Kansas versus Raymond Eugene Baldridge. I need Mr. Baldridge to click on the little red camera with the line through it and click on the little red microphone with the line through it. That will unmute you so I can hear you, and that will allow me to see you. Okay, now just click on, there you got it perfectly. Can you hear me, Mr. Baldridge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you are here on one count of speeding 77 in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. This is, as you probably know, a traffic infraction. It does not carry any possible jail time. If you were to be convicted, there is a scheduled fine, though. Now, count two, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. And that's a B misdemeanor. If convicted, your fine could be up to $1,000, although it's usually much less. And if convicted, you can serve up to 6 months in the county jail, although probation is usually granted. Do you want to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or represent yourself?
Just represent myself, ma'am.
Do you understand that you can hire an attorney? And if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, you still wish to waive your right to an attorney and exercise your right to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you give up your right to an attorney?
No, ma'am.
No one's threatening you anything or promising you something if you don't have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to have the record reflect, both in the journal entry and the docket notes, that you know what you're doing and you're doing it voluntarily when you give up your attorney. If you decide, though, that you cannot afford an attorney and you need to apply, there's always an application that you can come in the courthouse and fill out and get to me. But don't wait until your next court date. Do that sooner rather than later. But for now, I'm going to trust that you're representing yourself. How do you want to proceed to these charges? You can plead not guilty, denying them, and set them for trial at a later date. You can plead guilty, and you'd most likely be convicted and proceed to sentencing today. You can plead no contest. That means you don't want to admit them, but you don't want to deny them and take them to trial. You'd still be found guilty and proceed to sentencing today. The county attorney has a program called Diversion, that if you qualify based on your history and these charges, they can write a contract up telling you what you have to do to get these charges dismissed and kept off your record. You'd probably have to pay fines as agreed, costs as agreed, and probably have to show them that you get your license valid. But if you do whatever the two of you, the county attorney and you agree to, they might dismiss these charges ultimately. Keep them off your record. So how do you want to proceed, Mr. Baldridge?
I'm on I failed my eye test trying to get my license renewed. And the only reason I didn't get it done on time is because I got another speeding ticket like 2 days before.
All right, now if you had an attorney, Mr. Baldridge, he'd probably tell you don't be saying those things on the record right now where they could be used against you later. Are you sure you don't want to talk to an attorney about these kind of things?
I can't afford any attorney or court appointed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Well, the court appointed doesn't cost you to apply. At the end of the proceedings, if you're found guilty, we might assess your financial situation, and if you're able to pay then, you'd be ordered to pay $250. But that's only at the end if you're found guilty. You don't have to put any money up front if you qualify.
Well,
I can ask you some financial questions and you can find out pretty quickly if you qualify. Or you
okay,
can.
yeah,
Do you want to do that, or do you want to come get an
sure,
application?
sure.
Where do you work, Mr. Baldridge?
I'm a stay-at-home dad.
So are you married or single?
I'm married.
Does your spouse work?
Yes, ma'am.
What money does what's your spouse's monthly income?
Gross is 4,000
Gross is 4,000
before taxes and insurance.
before
And
taxes and
what is it after taxes and insurance?
what is
It's 636 a week.
636 a week, ma'am.
All right, so the 4,000 is a month before taxes, is that right?
Yes, and insurance.
Okay. And then the take home is how much a week?
Take home is 636 a week. Yes.
And do you pay a house payment or a rental payment of any kind, like one or the other?
Not anymore. We own our house now.
And it's paid for in full?
Yes, ma'am.
No payments? Okay. Any insurance payments you have to make on the house?
No.
Okay. What other bills do you have?
Just electric and water.
How much are they per month?
Water's
Water's 100. Electric's about 100.
insurance is 120. Vehicle insurance.
Insurance that we for our family is like 100 and what?
Insurance.
Oh, vehicle insurance is 120. My bad. Sorry.
This is family insurance or on the house, 120 a
Oh,
month?
no, vehicle insurance is 120.
I'm sorry, I still didn't hear you. Which insurance is it?
State
House?
Farm.
Is
Oh,
that
no,
a-
we don't have it on the house, no, man.
Okay, so this is your family insurance is 120 a month?
How much? No, what's our family insurance?
Oh, they take it out of my checks. It's about 200 a month, or 200 a week.
About two, about
Okay.
200 a week. They take it out of her check every week.
Okay. All right, any other bank payments, credit card payments, student loan payments, anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Phone payments.
Just our phones.
How much are your phones, both of them per month?
About $100 for the two phones.
So between the two of you, you have $3,224 left per month to do what disposable income to do with as you wish.
We have two children.
So you're a family of four, but I'm saying, what do you pay for food, clothing, that sort of thing per month?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. We're on the road.
You better not be
We're on
in
the
a
road.
move. Pull the vehicle over, even if your wife's driving. That'll get you in a lot of trouble with me
Yes,
fast.
my wife is driving. I'm not driving.
She needs to pull the car over, even though you're not driving.
We're going to get my eye test so I can get my glasses and pass my
If you will
driver's
not
license.
pull over, sir, I'm just going to cancel this hearing and consider you aren't here. I do not do moving automobile court.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're pulled over right now.
All right.
The only reason we were driving is because I had this is the first appointment they had for the eye doctor, so I can pass. I got to get glasses to pass my license to get it renewed and all that.
I sympathize with your situation. I know it's hard to get away sometimes for those kind of things, but we're having court right now, and that's better be all we're doing.
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
The car is moving. We're going to be all right. So, but you think that at the end of the month, after you've paid all your bills, you have $3,224 left. Does that sound right?
No.
No, ma'am.
So are there some other expenses in there that you have to pay?
36 times 4 is 24.
My wife's trying to figure it out. She's getting her phone out to calculate it for you, ma'am.
Well, you can do that in writing if you want to get an application from the courthouse and fill it out in detail, but
It's
you'll
just
have to get it from the courthouse.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem, ma'am.
All right, now don't come to court without an attorney. Either have one hired or get an application back to me within the week.
Okay.
All right, so call Missy. Does he call you or the clerk to get an application?
Do I have his email address? Do I have your email address? Did I send you the Zoom link?
No, ma'am. I've never even used it. I don't know how to do it. I mean, I have one, but I don't. I,
All
I,
right.
Okay, well, you'll have to, can you come get one?
At the courthouse?
yeah.
All right, do that. Can you come in today or tomorrow and get that?
Probably tomorrow, ma'am. Yeah.
Be sure and fill it out before you leave so we can get your attorney figured out. Because
Okay.
if you have this much disposable income each month, I don't think you're going to qualify. But maybe when you sit down and put it on paper and your wife has a chance to look it over, it sounds like she's in charge of finances.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so make sure she comes with you and helps you figure that out so we get all the right information.
Okay.
All right, well, when does he come back to court for his next hearing, Missy?
We will set him for April 24th at 10 a.m.
You must be back here April 24th at 10 a.m. with your attorney if you're going to hire or apply. But don't bring your application in on the 23rd or 24th and say, I need an attorney. If I
Right.
appoint an attorney, you need time to talk to that attorney, and the attorney needs time to get the discovery, the reports, and it takes a while. I hope everyone's listening to that. All right. So,
Judge, if he wants to pick up a diversion application while he's here, he should qualify.
yeah, write
So
down the word diversion, because like I told the gentleman before you, it's possible you could apply for diversion, and if you did what you were supposed to, they would dismiss the charges. What you were supposed to be is get your valid license and pay the fines and costs and the diversion fee. Okay, you need to make a bond. And I'm going to set your bond at 1,000 OR. You don't have to put any money up unless you don't come to court, but you might want to set your processing up for when you come to pick up your application for an attorney and for diversion if you go that way. If you want to call in advance, the sheriff's number, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
620-583-5569.
And if you want the diversion application while you're here, they're on the door of my office. There's one for
Okay.
traffic, so you can just pick one up when you get the application from security for attorney.
Okay.
So you can kill three birds with one stone. That is, pick up your diversion application when you're here, pick up your attorney application and fill it out when you're here, and get your picture prints and your bond when you're here. Kansas
Okay.
law judges do that if you have a B misdemeanor or higher. All right. If that's everything, Miss Gillette, I think he can go back on the road.
Yes.
All right, you may go, sir. Be safe on your road to the eye doctors.
Okay. And
You're
yeah,
welcome.
they're so far out on appointments. So.
Oh, I know. I've got the same issue with mine.
All right. Thank you.
You may go. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I was speeding down the highway, 77 in a 60 zone. No valid license in my pocket, just a stay-at-home dad on the phone. The judge said, pull the car over, you can't be zooming on the run. I'm just trying to get my eye test done before the setting of the sun. My wife makes $4,000 a month, but they take it right out of her pay. We got the water and the electric and the insurance bills to wait. Need an application for the court, gotta fill it out before I leave. Hoping for that sweet diversion, so the county grants me a reprieve. We're safely pulled over now, parked out right here by the street. Gotta make it to April 24th and get back on my feet.